Yo, what's up, y'all? I just about hit y'all with I did a 30-minute video. It wasn't recording. I gotta set this stuff up right. Y'all would have seen how I made this whole process. But anyway, so as I was saying, unrecorded. When you creating, you gotta be familiar but different. And people gonna be like, what do you mean by familiar but different? You know, some people give a game away for free. Familiarity. I can't even say the word. To be familiar with something, meaning you had experience with it, such as music, right? So I'm gonna talk and do this stuff as I go along. So when you say familiar, people are familiar with a piano, right? You can hear it in the background. Like, I know what a piano is. Just about everybody could point and say that's a piano, keyboard. So it's going to be something that they heard before, but sequenced different, right? And when you do that, they're familiar with that process, right? Familiar with the other sounds they done heard in other music, movies, and things of that nature. So the familiarity of it is, I remember a song they used that instrument, right? And they used it in a musical sense to where it was pleasing. And as people do that, you just got to think like it sounds like, familiar with another sound or a song that it sounds like, right? And that's the thing that you want people to gravitate towards. But you got to have it slightly different to a point to where it's yours, your own lane. You know what I'm saying? As you create your own lane, and if the keyword, if it's dope, people gonna be like, I rock with that. It's different. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, it's similar to this, but so different. So when it's similar to dope, you good. That's all you gotta know. When it's similar to dope, is good. And that's all people want. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be familiar to them to where they be like, I heard that kick drum before. But how you put it in a pattern is gonna decide the deciding factor to like, man, that's different. And when you get a group of people that tell a group of people that tell a group of people, it grows, right? And then you're in your own lane. So, but you're also familiar in the line with other artists, producers. Y'all all in that same racetrack like NASCAR. They want it to be in rotation, right? If they get it in rotation, the more you hear something, even some of the stuff that I used to consider garbage now, the more I heard it, the more I began to like it, right? So is it like force feeding? Or is it, you know? I don't know. It's just something you got to think about. So as I let this fade in my background, right? You guys are going to ask yourself, like, what makes it so different? Is it the horns or the brass itself? Is it this heat up 3 that most people now see? And like, how do they see it? You know what I'm saying? Do they see the YouTube videos of the promotion for it? And they be like, I seen that before. I'm familiar with it. I used it. I bought it and didn't use it. You know, or is it the kick that they hit at 808 and the different pattern that they got it in? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give y'all a little of my theory, my knowledge. As you hear each instrument added on, each layer, right? It takes you to a different type of dimension of when people study music and patterns specifically. Is this a beat? Is it the melody? What is it that really makes you gravitate towards something? Is it the singer? Is it the artist? Is it the little piano of 1, 2, 3 notes that's in repetitive play format? Things that make you go, right? So I'm gonna pull this pattern up, or this instrument, once I get through all this stuff, right? Here we go. See, some people gonna be able to look at this instrument and be like, oh, it's independence. I got that with Magics. You know, or are some people really gonna look at this video and be like, I want that? Like, what you mean you want it? I want that one instrument, right? So what people don't understand, a lot of people hear and see VSTs and other people's projects, right? And they look at it and they be like, yo, that's a dope sound. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, I want to go get it. I'm going to tell you, I got a ton of VSTs, right? I like to mix and match some of my VSTs. It's so much stuff, so many things that we get, and we don't even fully explore all the options that the VST offers. The VSTI, the Virtual Synth Technology Instrument, I think, right? So as you can hear this piano play over and over. Repeat, 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 repeat. 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes. And then it's a little double skip, a double tap at the end, right? Some people go catch it. But we never look at all this like it's a layers, volume automation off, pan automation off, RAM cleaner. You know, we never look at that stuff. Tune, the standard tune format, meaning stereo or mono. Let's see if I go mono. Now, for those who got headphones on, they gonna be like, that sounds different. Now, when I go back to stereo, you could educate yourself sometimes by just hitting these buttons and observing, listening, hearing, looking, you know, using your senses, right? So if I do mono, it's more like I think they say you're putting it like center. That's funny. If y'all had headphones, y'all gonna be like, But if I stereo, you hear it widens out. You can hear the difference in stereo and mono just by hitting this one button. Be like, So it gives it a different type of sound. The sound aesthetic of the stereo and mono makes a huge difference, right? And I'm just doing this on the fly. No specific, nothing. My phone keep vibrating. So if you look down right here, keys played. It's 1 and 2, it's really like 3 keys, right? Because you could see down here by looking, it's 3 keys. You going from what? C back to A. CBA. That's like, okay, that's MIDI for those watching. So if I click down here, CBA, right? Then you like, you can see this pattern. It can be easily repeated. Trap music. We're going to keep moving. And this is just me having that on solo. So we're gonna do. So as we sit here and we look at the next item we got here, which is the pattern of heat up 3, right? You know, once I click this, now you can see that I have another instrument here that's a part of this system I created, right? So now I'm going ABC, right? A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, E, F. So MIDI is a beautiful thing, y'all. A lot of people, there's a value in it. Like, if this is the next dope pattern or MIDI that somebody used, by y'all watching this video, y'all could be like, oh, they're gonna do this. They're gonna pause the video and they gonna be like, I got FL Studio. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna write, he said ABC, they go pause and they could write this down, right? Jack this melody, which I don't care. This ain't nothing. You know, is it intellectual property? That part right there. Intellectual property. YouTube, Facebook, social media, Instagram, TikTok, intellectual property. Aha. Those who sing Coming to America. This is intellectual property, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And I'm sharing this with you, right? We all do share some sense of, I create this, and people sit back and they watching, they taking notes. I'm jacking this. I'm gonna leave that right there. That's gonna sit for a few people. These kick patterns, very basic. Very, let me do like this. Turn my kick on. Turn it on, Tebow. It's called Kick Thunder 1, right? Every note, like it's 4 measures, right? 4 measures count. You break it down even deeper. Each 4 has 2, 4, 6 has 8 count in it. Then not only that, those 8 counts got about a 2 count piece in it, make it 32. That's the math of it, you know what I'm saying? So when you want to make your tracks, this is just a kick drum. Intellectual property, right? Is it? Is it or is it not? People like, oh, I could do that. Do it, right? But collectively, when you bring all this stuff together, which I'm about to do, let's go up here. One of them not playing, which is this one, I think. One of them. So we sit here and we piece this stuff back together, but I got to figure why my pattern 5 isn't that one. That pattern, right? Y'all looking like, what is this dude doing? I am missing a pattern. Oh, kick 808. Now, as I'm going on, this is one of the best piano rolls because you could play your kicks and notes. How many times we heard, oh, I don't like when they don't play it in key. Kick and key. Yeah. I'm pretty much on what? E, Then I bounce up to C and A. I think one note right here with that's probably a B. No, that's a E, because then it go to F. Now, if you put this kick pattern, this MIDI pattern, which we gonna do for the sake of this video, y'all. So we gonna do this. I'm gonna show y'all this too. So right here, right click, copy. Most FL Studio users know how to use it. Since we got orchestral strings right here, we go click right click and we go click paste. It's played in key, right? Or is it? So let's see, right now it's kicking in that you establish your rhythm off that hi-hat. I mean that clap. At first you was kind of off, you like waiting in the water, then you like, hey, I got something I can hold on to, right? You can snap with. Now put this other kick on. And see, originally we didn't have that in there, which was the strings. Yes, I'm different. That's what I like about me. I'm different. All right. Now, what am I missing, right? I'll show y'all this. I'm missing like a bass line, float below the them horns. Now, I could go grab the horns and take them down an octave and let that be on the bass. But, let's see. Pattern 7. I think 8 is open. I got an 808 kick. Now, what I'm going to do, we go pattern right here. We go unmute it. So we go put a bass line right up under here meaning. So go back to pattern 7, right? Pattern 7. All right, y'all see this. Let me go to the right instrument, which is heat up 3, right? Let me go here. So now I could go right here. I could do a cut, or we could do a copy. So we go copy it. Now we on pattern 7. Let's go to 8. We're using a bass, so I gotta add an instrument. So we go add. Where's citrus? Citrus. Change that to number 12. Now right click and click paste, right? Now it sounds different, but I gotta go to piano roll. But also let me go to the instrument itself. Where is my citrus, right? I seen this in the video. I just kept this dead or hard. Presets, go to, I think default. It was one of them, or subtractive, one of the two. You go to right here. You pull this back. And you change that down to 1 or 50. Let's go to 50. Now you got you a bass. So it's real simple, right? So now you got to get rid of That's a little light. But all we need is one bass line, right? So the bass is really loud, and you can turn this down. So we'll go here, back to the instrument. Got a volume button right here. So you could just feed it in. So if you watch the bass right here, that's taking up that amount of space in your mix. Also, you can mix as you go along, y'all. Don't be afraid to do that. Just adjusting the volume or your automation through your virtual instrument itself before touching the faders, because I can't get into all the pre-fade and post-fade. All that stuff, it makes a difference on how your sound is going to come out in your mix. So just keep it basic to your understanding. So I'm not going to jump into all that. I'm going to just say, hey, let me adjust it right here. You know, over the years of watching other people, you take little tips, little tidbits and pieces, you put it together, make it your own. But if it sounds good at the end, that's all that matter, right? So I think I noticed something about this. I went to the right, left, middle, more right. Now over here, panning, let's see. I don't know. My phone is really buzzing. All right, y'all, let me kind of speed this up. I've been doing this for years, though. FL Studio does make it easier. I will not tell you. It's for me. It's for me. Even though I do love me some Simplified, I use some of the same patterns. But anyway, the same techniques work on just about any DAW too. So let's kind of pan this stuff out. Excuse me, meaning let's see what it sounds like. Unmute everything, and we just gonna mix it on the fly now. Y'all remember this? The strings. Which pattern is on? Right here. So we got to take this out. Let's cut it, because the strings just don't sound good with it at all, right? And another thing, and pausing everything once in a while could give you an idea of how to arrange your music. It could give you different ideas and tips. You could be like, wait a minute, I'm going to take everything down right there, bring it up. Let's do that. So let's go on the range and hunt. So let's do this. Right here, right click. When I do this, because I'm kind of used to mixing and creating a certain way, lock to content, that little chain means no matter what I do, if it's a lock right here, this pattern will be locked to this column right here, to this row. So you could accidentally, from previous versions, you could put a wrong piece somewhere and be like trying to fix it. So I do this as a habit to lock this to the content to help me create, do my patterns, my arranging. So let's see how many things we want to do. Usually have 16 bar guys rap. I do 16 bars. Count up here, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Get up to 16, all the way to 17. You got to finish at the end of that 16 count. You don't, but you know it's just like etiquette to do that. But you could spit so many bars. You could do 19 bars if you want to. It's all about how you got everything arranged. But anyway, let's just get into arranging stuff, right? When you first start out, people want to hear like pattern, the groove. Like me and my wife was listening to the radio the other day, and it took a long time before everything hit. Like we were hearing this music, like dude, who, like, and they tell you how many minutes it is. It was only like a 3-minute joint, but like it took up a minute and some change before dude started singing. Crazy, but anyway, arranging is very important. So as we sit here, this is just like when you're writing your structure for your music, your tracks. You could go up here and put in. Let me see if they let me do it. You could insert a tag. Oh my goodness, I ain't been here so long. Pattern news. We're not gonna do that today. Right here, let's see. Snap. No. Time markers, I guess. Picker panel. I don't know what that is. Select. Yeah, it's been a minute, but we're not gonna go there. But up here, you could put like the intro right here, the break, the hook, and all that other stuff. But that's when you arrange it. We're not doing that. Let's just go real basic. So basically what I do when I come out, I start out, I just want to get them a piece. I want to build up to everything, you know, so that kind of give them a general idea of where things are going and when they're listening. So as I was creating this, I know I like to slap on the bass line just to catch people. Most people, they like to, when they hear that bass, they be like, yeah, you know, they snap on, they latch on to the bass like, yep, that's dope. So most of these I haven't labeled, which I should have. See, they got pattern 5. And let's see something if I rename this pattern. Kicker. And then name the other two. These two. So they kicker, then I go kicker 2. This is, I could easily do, see? Like, hey, man. Pattern 4, you hit the little piano thing and you could rename it. And that's going to be the clap, which is dope. Clap. This pattern, then the thumb, the finger, index finger, rename, hi-hats, or hat, gym hat. I don't go nowhere without my gym hat. And this is piano, you know. I'm going to actually post this. And then not only that, sometimes if you got a great track and it's something that people will notice, you know, as it gain popularity, you could hear like the first few bars of a track and be like, oh, that's my song. Some people, what's that? Juvenile, for instance, back that thing up. You can't tell women nothing. They'll be like, that's my jam. They run into the dance floor. Am I right? Yeah. And some of this other music, you know, different eras, different genres, there's certain things people be like, I know that song. Motown favorites. My Girl, Temptations, you'll hear right off the jump and be like, dum, 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 dum. And you're going to know like, oh, Temptations, for those who listen to that, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting. But it's all about your arrangement too. So as I go down here, I'm just arranging stuff. I like the control feature. Oh, it don't work on here. So when you switch your tool right here, if you know all about this, you could turn this right here. You could switch that. Now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I could control C, copy, control V, paste. And now, now guess what? I got a whole nother section just done instead of individually doing that. So this is interesting. It's something you probably want to do. So let's see now. Look, you ain't got to do nothing now. You could take out a whole section and just be like moving the stuff around and do your magic. So I'm gonna get rid of it. So all I'm doing is just watch this. So the first 8 bars could be intro-ish, and it'll give you an idea And this is just for a tutorial purpose. I really wasn't looking to do this. I forgot my whole purpose. So you can see some stuff don't go together. I like how the piano is very repetitious to me, and that's me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that could irk somebody. So sometimes what you could do, you can make it real subtle, which is independence. Look. So y'all, I'm about to end it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Madhouse Pro. Play it from the beginning. I'm out. 30 minutes of, I know ain't nobody go watch this. They go drag and scrub through this video. Peace.